Yeah, I got a piece of pizza. That'll help for a while. Actually, I need a beer.
Don't know they can accommodate that one.
I doubt, with the week we've had, you probably would have to beat some of us up. Am I right?
If there were any, they may not be available anymore.
I don't even want to imagine what you guys do.
Okay. I guess they're addressing that other issue.
That's money issue? No,
Yes,
their issue.
that's their
issue. That's their issue, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So up here, we're back on.
All right. All right. A question has come up that there may be some testimony given regarding some crimes that may have been planned or may have occurred prior to this by some of the individuals that were involved. Questions raised as to whether or not the use immunity applies to any statements given regarding those independent crimes. At this time, advising Mr. Wiggins that your use immunity would apply into any testimony that you give, any statements that you make at this time regarding those additional situations. Is that clear? Lawyer speak, what that means is, yes, the immunity statement agreement as to use immunity would apply to anything you say about those other things, just like the other statements that you've given us so far.
Okay.
Any questions about that?
I'm not sure. Well, I've got 1,000 questions.
Well, make sure you understand it. So
I'm losing track of.
You do have immunity as far as the use of those statements that you may make, same way about that as you do about what we've been talking about.
You have 1 minute before this recording ends, and I have to change it.
Okay. Got 45 seconds to ask a question if you got one.
Actually, just go ahead and do what you need to do. Let me talk to him real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
I
at this time
understand.
change the tape.
All right.
I understand what you told me.
Okay. All right. You all want to talk in here. You're not being recorded.
yes,
for the next
it's off.
minute or
We're
two.
talking, sure.
Is it off, Lee? Hold on, make sure.
And you guys have to remember too. Honestly, you have to. It's hard for you guys to do, but you have to put yourselves as much as possible in our situation.
Okay. Just for clarification on this recording, we've just started the recording. It's now 8:46 p.m. And briefly, for maybe a minute or two before, we realized we had not started it, and we had started after your consultation with your attorney. We did ask you about your relationship with Ed Denson, in which you reported to us that you worked with him prior and with a different company offshore. And then we were asking about you had contacted him to meet you to exchange the weapons or give the weapons to him.
Actually, no.
Okay.
I mean, that was what I had in mind.
Okay.
But I never discussed any of that with him until we met.
Okay. So what pretense did you give to him for meeting?
I told him I needed to talk to him.
Okay. I guess you said it was urgent.
I told him that we were in a bind
Okay. And he agreed to meet you where?
at a Chevron station on 613.
A Chevron station on 613.
Highway 613, County Road 613, I don't know what it is.
Okay. And how long did you call from your house?
No,
Where did you call from?
phone, we were on the road.
Okay, so you were already en route to him?
No, we were just driving.
Okay. Do you remember about where you were when you called?
Yeah, I was in Mississippi.
Okay, so you're already in Mississippi. How long did it take him to meet you after you called him? Did you beat him there?
Oh yeah, but it took a while because I told him I'd have to call him back.
Okay.
I talked to him several times before we actually met up
Okay.
because I didn't know what to do.
When you called him and said, hey, meet me here, how long did it take him to meet you at that location?
I don't know.
Approximately.
I can't even, honestly, I can't give you an answer because I don't even know how long it took us to get there. It was raining. We had to turn around and go back east.
Okay.
I mean, we went to Walmart and bought a little prepaid phone because I figured they were you guys were listening to the phones.
Okay.
I figured later on, I thought after I started thinking about it, I thought, Jesus, they probably bugged the car. Did y'all bug the car?
I can't tell you that. Here's what I want to know. What weapons exactly? You told us earlier. I don't know if I got the correct list or not. What weapons specifically did you give to him?
This is what I know
Okay.
that we gave to him. The 2 rifles that I had bought, that I had just bought.
Which were that Mini 14 and the
Mini
Colt AR?
14 and the Colt.
Okay. What else?
And the shotgun that Pam got back from her father after he died, or got back from her, I guess from her mother or from her dad's estate after he died.
Remember the gauge or pump or what?
It's a 12 gauge pump
Okay.
with a sling.
You remember the brand?
I think it's a Mossberg.
Okay. What else?
And I believe, I didn't see them, but I believe that the SKS 223 and the other pistol grip pump shotgun were also in that bag.
Any others? Any pistols?
No, not that I'm aware of.
No handguns at all?
No,
AK-47?
no,
Is the SKS yours?
no.
Is it hers?
I think it was one that she ended up with when she had her pawn shop.
Are you sure it's an SKS and not an AK-47?
Yeah.
You're sure it's an SKS?
It's actually, it's an,
They're not that dissimilar. I'm sure somebody who doesn't know guns would not know the difference at some point.
it's
So.
actually, the only reason I know this is, or this is what I think it is, because I haven't been able to, I went online and looked, because I thought, hey, this would be cool, something to shoot, you know, something to go plink with.
Sure.
But it's a 223, and the AK,
Is a 7.62.
right. So I went, believe it or not, we went to the gun show, and I asked a guy that happened to have a whole bunch of AKs out, had he ever seen one in 223? It's supposedly it was called an AK-74 or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I tried to look it up online. I couldn't. I mean, I went through gun magazines trying to find.
But you're
magazine.
calling it an SKS.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not an AK-47. It might look like one, but it's not. I think
Okay.
it's got a thumb hole stock. I don't remember.
And you're not sure if it's an SKS really?
No, I mean, I'm just saying SKS because AK-47 is a fully automatic weapon.
Okay.
The AK varieties stem from that. The AKS, AKM, all that stuff comes from the AK-47 platform.
Here's what's going to happen. You know we're going to have to contact Ed Denson. Okay? What we're going to need you to do is call him and let him know that an agent from the ATF is going to be coming to his house, making contact with him, and retrieving those weapons. And we are going to retrieve every single one of those weapons.
Listen to me, this is important.
I'll tell him to give you the guns that he got from us,
Yeah.
and he will.
And like they said, they don't care about him, okay? Unless we don't get all of them. Now we're going to want every one of them.
He's going to give them all to you. Just let me talk to him.
That's what we'll do.
Okay.
You know?
Let me find out if they want you to make that phone call now or later.
We didn't know what to do.
I bet.
I mean, I'm thinking, you know, we ought to just go down there and turn ourselves in.
How mad were you at Pat?
Oh, I was furious.
Because he messed everything up.
And I laughed about it.
Yeah, you
Not about them, you know.
I
Not,
understand what you're saying.
but
How stupid he was.
I said, I can't believe this.
Let me ask you something. Is Ed black now, white now?
He's black.
How tall is he?
He's shorter than I am.